ఏ దేశమేగినా ఎందు కాలిడినా పొగడరా నీ తల్లి భూమి భారతిని నిలుపరా నీ జాతి నిండు గౌరవము నిలుపరా నీ జాతి నిండు గౌరవము.
ఓంకారం వేదమై వెలసిన దేశమే మనదిరా, ఆకారం సంస్కృతై నిలిచిన మేటిది చరితరా.
జగతికి గురువుగా జ్ఞానమే పంచి పంచభూతములు దైవమని కొలిచి యుగములుగా స్త్రీ దేవతని కొనియాడినదే. మనుషుల మమతల విలువలే పెంచి జాతి మతమను భేదమును మరచి ఐక్యమునే జన సౌఖ్యమని ఇలా చాటినదే.
First of all, greetings on the 74th Independence Day of India. And we achieved this with a lot of difficulty after 200 years of colonial rule. And the independence is so valuable that you will understand its importance only when you see some of the other countries which could not progress because they didn't have independence for a long time. So, if we as a country have to develop progress, first of all we have to do our job well, which you are all doing, I am sure about that, and which we must tell our students and the people that they should uphold all the democratic and secular values of this country, which had been the basis on which we got this independence. With the fight of so many people for freedom, democratic values, human rights, and the retention of the values of the Indian system, we have got to this level and we must maintain that. That's all I want to say. Thank you very much.
It is my immense pleasure to greet each one of you and your family members on this 74th Independence Day. It is definitely an occasion to remember all those who have sacrificed their yesterday for our tomorrow. We have been inviting freedom fighters to this university for quite some time. This year, there is a change we adopted. Instead of freedom fighters coming to the university, we thought in this pandemic situation, it is we should go, call on them, honor them, and facilitate them. So 4 freedom fighters have been honored yesterday by the senior executives of this university. I just want to name those freedom fighters. First, Pavaluri Sivaramakrishna Garu, age 97 years, alive, brain functioning beautifully. A very good conversationist. He is staying in Guntur. We honored him yesterday. Instead of telling honoring, we say we remembered him on this 74th Independence, on the eve of the 74th Independence Day. Next, Sri Rangaya Garu from Vemuru village, aged 93 years. Srimati Avutu Machamma from Tumuluru village, age 89 years. Srimati Sheikh Ashabi from Tumuluru village, age 89. All these freedom fighters are alive. All these freedom fighters have sacrificed their younger days. Mind you, when the Quit India movement started in 1942, Pavaluri Sivaramakrishna Garu was 25 years old. He took part in that Quit India movement and went to jail. He spent 1.5 years in the jail. So that today I'm standing here on the 15th of August 2020 to speak to you on this. Because I'm a free man today to speak about the pre-independence struggle. Same is the case for the other freedom fighters. Why I'm saying this is, Though we have been calling off and on the freedom fighters to our campus, either on the 15th of August or 26th of Republic, this is the first time we said we should go to their residences despite the pandemic. We don't care about that. We should go, honor them, remember them. This is the occasion for this event. As you all know, this time the Independence Day we are celebrating in a very low key throughout the country because we need to have a fine balance between sanctity and integrity of the Independence Day on the one hand and keeping the norms, protocols, rules of COVID-19 on the other. It's a very fine balance between these two. That is why it's low key, but though the event may be a low key, but the spirit is very high. The spirit of independence is high, the spirit will continue, and it is all pervasive. We can see everywhere. We have come, all of us here, despite the heavy rains. But we in Vignans University, we converted all those challenges into opportunities in the last 5 months. Let us not forget the kind of effort put in by each one of us in conducting, be it an online examination or online classes. We took that challenge, we converted an opportunity. I think this is the way forward. This is the way forward, and this is the spirit of independence which we are celebrating today. I think we should continue this, face the challenges. COVID is here to stay. We need to live with this, and we need to face all these challenges and convert those challenges into opportunities, and we should move on in the true spirit of independent India.
वन्दे मातरं सुजलां सुफलां मलयज शीतलां सस्यश्यामलां मातरं वन्दे मातरम्.
So the other thing about the freedom movement and other aspects are, okay, we got the freedom with lots of, out of lot of sacrifices. Yes, we have, in some areas we have progressed very well, like agriculture, space research and other areas, we have done extremely well. But on the other side, so slowly in the last 75 years, it is the 74, yes, we are slowly started misusing the freedom, especially freedom of speech. That too, with the advent of technology like WhatsApp, Facebook and other things, we are most of the times we are misusing the freedom. And it has gone to the extent to disturb the very strong systems like judiciary. That is the very part, how to make use of the freedom. Yes, of course, in in the society, instead of democracy, there is sometimes authoritarianism also, but at the same time, freedom of the speech is not being totally used with responsibility. This is the responsibility of the institutions, especially higher education institutions like us. We have to prepare the citizens, we have to prepare the people, we have to prepare the young people to use the freedom with lot of responsibility. Who else do it? Government directly cannot do it, but the other organizations cannot directly do it. It is the institutions, it is the higher education institutions to do and to create the use of the freedom with responsibility. Knowing that your responsibilities and duties, then we can teach them the rights. This is one of the main aspects of new education policy also. I don't know how it would be implemented, but this is the responsibility of all of us yes, on this Independence Day, yes, this is we have to take a pledge, we have to create good citizens. That is the ultimate aim of any institution, not to create jobs, not to create something. We have to create good citizens for this country or for the whole world. So on this occasion, yes, we have to take up that responsibility also. So once again, I really congratulate you for fighting the COVID and working very seriously in a dedicated way. So for the students, my dear students, yes, now you are in the COVID situation, you cannot come to the campus when you are Yes, normally it is one of the events where you participate in a big way. In every competitive exams like civil services or APPS exam or any other exam, freedom, a paper and the freedom is a must. So try to know what is the freedom movement and who are the people sacrifice for that. What are the major incidents in the freedom movement? So it is a detailed video link is given. Try to go through that. Once again, wish you all a very very happy Independence Day. I know that more than 93% of the students are attending the classes. It is the working with responsibility. I really congratulate all the students and faculty members. Yes, it is the great responsibility. We are all proud of the students that yes, we are preparing the good students with great responsibility. This is the hour of the need of the hour. So ultimately, it is you are the 21st century people. You have to build this nation, a knowledgeable nation, a skilled nation, a innovative nation. So 21st century, the experts always say, this is the century for Asia. In Asia, India is the most, play a very great role. You are the people who have to play a great role. Wish you all the best. Very, very happy Independence Day. Thank you.
And then sir is talking about the sacrifices, and today is the day for the many people to think and about the sacrifices, the great personalities which they have done for the freedom. But in my view, sacrifice is not a past tense. Sacrifice should be a present and continuous tense. We are also sacrificing so many things today. It's a great honor for us that we have a great scientist and a soldier sitting on the dais, and they know what sort of a struggle that they are taking at the borders, even in these worst days. Our enemy should have that sense, and when the entire world is fighting against one unknown things and they are becoming the real enemies and creating a disturbance on the borders. So all these things should give an inspiration and the strength. I was thrilled with the day before yesterday's talk of the Richan, the great Rathai Garu, about that what is going to happen. That is the most important. Unless otherwise we are academically strong, technically strong, and by health also we should be very very strong. One thing is that entire world should understand, if India is peaceful, world is peaceful. If India is academically great, world is academically great, because our attitude, our culture is that we are not meant for ourselves. We always, a farmer thinks about the future of the entire citizens, I mean the villagers and all those things. He will not think that whether he is getting the crop or not, whether it is profitable or not. The farmer is again and again and again fighting with all odds. That's why it has become the culture of this country. The climate is not congenial for them. Even the pesticides, fertilizers, the seeds, anything. Even if it is going against, also farmer is again going to the field. So he is feeding the world and he is feeding the country. Within no time that we have become the self-sufficient as far as the food production is concerned, milk production is concerned. So also now the time has come for us to academically strong. The entire country's world should look towards India